I know it's not as much of a glamorous location as Jordan had. It's a bit grey. It's very, very British, but Jordan inspired me to make this video, and I'm a bit uncomfortable, kind of, a bit nervous, because I'm never really serious, right? So it's weird to be sat in front of a bunch of people who are watching that normally just watch me be an idiot, make jokes and scream at games and stuff, sit down and actually be serious for once. But yeah, Jordan inspired me to make this video. He made a video that he made for the intention to watch back at the end of the year, to sort of like give himself like a goal and inspire himself. I'm kind of doing the same thing, but there's a couple things I wanted to talk about that I didn't really know how to say, and I didn't really know how to say it. I did just say that, never mind, I just said that twice. See, I'm still the same. Anyway, there's a bunch of things that's been going on in my head and in my life for a while, and I don't know, I just wanted to talk about it, and I don't know, just get a little slower, get a little quieter for a second. So I'm making this video mainly because I wanted to announce that last weekend I was at church that was quite far away from home. I was at church, and the preacher there, whose name is Tim, very, very, very good preacher. And I've been to that church a few times. Every service he does an amazing job about talking about the Word of God and going through the Bible with us and things like that. And every service he offers people to come forward and give their life to Christ. And what that means is, to me, it's like really putting your foot forward to becoming the best version of yourself, the version of yourself that God intended for you to be, and really just taking a leap and putting all your trust in God. Now, I've been to this church about 3-4 times. I want to say 4. And the first few times he did this, I found it very moving to see the amount of people, coming forward, followed by an eruption of applause by everyone else in the auditorium, right? I just found that very moving, and I just enjoyed being in that moment to witness it. And in the last few times, I kind of felt different. I felt like it was time for me to go forward, and I think the nerves were just very, very overwhelming. It's a lot to step forward in front of that many people and make that decision and make that leap, but I didn't do it. But this time, the last time I went, which was a week ago today, I'm recording this on a Sunday, I stepped forward and I gave my life to Christ. So since then, I've been thinking even more about what I can do to become a better Christian and become a better version of myself. And that's always really been my moral, really, becoming a better version of myself. I've never really been competitive to other people unless it comes to myself. I'm very competitive against myself. My whole thing has been just, don't be jealous of anyone, don't be competitive against anyone, be jealous of not be jealous of yourself, but you should always want to one-up yourself. You should always want to be better than yourself, nobody else. So I think that really aligns, which I think is good. So And I know at this point, a lot of people watching this will be like, especially if you watch me often on stream, you'll be like, oh no, this is like, he's turned, oh my God, he's like mega Christian now. Does that mean like, oh, is he gonna stop streaming? Is he gonna stop making? No, no, nothing's changing. Nothing's changing in terms of like content and things like that. I know that I've not been posting as much. I used to post every week on YouTube, but since the summer, it's literally just come down to a burnout. Literally just been so mentally tired. I could not open Adobe. I did not want to edit a video. That Birdie carpool karaoke video took me like a month to edit, right? That's where I was at burnout wise. So that's the only reason why I wasn't making YouTube videos. But it's also the fact that I just want to be better. I just want to make things that I'm proud of and make things that are just really, really cool. Because there are the odd videos that slip through that were just obvious fillers. You could probably find them if you scroll through. You can see, oh, that's definitely a filler video because he couldn't think of a better idea. It was. But I just want to make things that are really, really cool. Anyway, let me just get that disclaimer out the way before people start panicking and things like that. But back to my faith and church and things like that. And people may think, well, how have you suddenly just done this then? How come that's happened? I've actually been going to church for nearly 4 months straight. Nearly every Sunday. I've had to miss a few because illness and things I can avoid and things like that. But I've been going for about 4 months now. I've been to, I've got the church that's near me that I go to the most. And there's also my girlfriend's church and a few other churches here and there because of where we've been. But I've been going for a little while now and understanding, or trying to understand, developing the understanding of Christianity as a whole and the stories of Jesus and everything surrounding that. And I found it very, very fascinating because I've been a Christian my whole life, but I've never really, it's never been, not enforced, but it's never been something I thought about. For a while I was like, well, there's got to be something, there's got to be a reason we're here, right? But again, it's just something I simply never thought about. But we went to church as a family when I was a kid, maybe like, I don't know, 9 or 10 years old. But as I was a kid, it was kind of hard to understand because it is a huge thing. It is a massive thing. And even now, I don't understand a lot of it that I want to understand and that I will understand in time. But there's a lot to it, and I accept that. So that was why it was hard to grasp it as a kid. So that's why I stopped going, didn't really have much faith. I just never really thought about it, really. Until recently. I think there's a few factors that come into it. There's one, I'm technical director of a Christian holiday club thing. Not really a club, it's like a week-long event. I don't know what you call it. It's like a charity event thing that I'm pretty heavily involved in every year. But it's like a private life thing though, so I don't really like to speak on it too often. Because I like to keep my private life separate. So there's that. And I've made quite a few friends through that community. A lot of them I see at church. And another is actually my friend Janelle, who last year, or did she start last year or the year before? It was either late 2023 or start of 2024, I don't know which one. But for a few months, she was making strictly Christian content to pivot from streaming and normal content to what she used to make. So my reaction was, well, let's check it out. She's my friend, so I'll go check it out and support and see what happens and all of that. So I watched a couple videos and I don't know, it just got me thinking about like how we got here and how come this is this and that is that sort of thing. So yeah, it made me start asking questions, you know. And so I thought that was really interesting. So I think through her social media videos, that kind of sparked or relit something in me, that started asking questions and wanted to find things out. And then finally, the thing that made me, the biggest push for me, is actually my girlfriend. I don't like to talk about her much either because, again, private. However, she's been a great help so far in trying to understand the Word of God and Christianity as a whole. We've been doing Bible study together and we've been praying together, and that's something that I'm trying to get used to as well. I'm not used to any of it. I'm not used to it. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm like this professional Christian that knows what I don't. I don't. But I'm really trying to put my foot forward and become a better version of myself and correct things, because I know that everyone's making mistakes. A lot of people make mistakes willingly. A lot of people do bad things. A lot of people do bad things willingly. I've done both. I've made a lot of mistakes. I've done a lot of bad things. I've done a lot of bad things willingly. I've done a lot of mistakes willingly. And I probably will continue to do so here and there, right? Because no one's perfect, neither am I, and I'm aware of that. And it's just the way it is. But I'm really just on this path to understand God and Jesus and how we got to this point and what everything means, and to understand what my purpose is truly. I realize this is getting a bit deep, so I'm sorry if this is too much, but I've never ever made something like this before, so please forgive me. But yeah, in short, that's like a private journey that I've been on recently. So yeah, I find it interesting. I'm excited to see the response to this. I'm nervous though, I won't lie, because I know a lot of people that aren't Christian at all that would probably frown on me and be like, oh, why do you believe in that? It's not real, whatever. Which I get, because a long while ago, I kind of thought similar until I actually started asking questions and thinking about things and looking into things. And I find it I find it remarkable that all the things I'm learning actually happen. It's weird. I know it's a bit weird to say, but it's actually kind of crazy that it did actually happen. I might not be wording any of this well at all, to be honest. There's so many thoughts going through my head. There's so much going on, as always. But I don't know. I just wanted to share that with you guys. That's just the first thing off the list that I wanted to speak about. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Feel free to ask questions. I'm still new to this, so I'm not good at this. I'm not going to act like I am. But yeah, I want to say thanks to my friend Nick, who I do this week-long thing with and church with. And I want to say thanks to Janelle, and I want to say thanks to my girlfriend as well for collectively putting me in this place. I think it's all led to this. And I don't think it's a coincidence. I think I was meant to be here at this time. And I'm glad that I am. I'm learning a lot about myself. And I'm learning a lot about the world and how we got here. And all things in between. So, yeah, that's the main big news that I wanted to share. Yeah, anyway, next. You might actually notice where I am. I'm actually on the set of where we shot that spot by the lake. I was actually sat right here as I was plunged with a knife by Mal, who was sat right here. So I thought I'd come back here to make this because, I don't know, I really like this location. It's a bit of a walk to get here, but it's very nice. But it's daylight, so it's actually a lot easier to get out of here than it was in the middle of the night, because when we shot this short film, it took me like 40 minutes to get out of here and it took me like 20 minutes to get in today. But yeah, no, I thought I'd come back here because it's very peaceful. I can just hear ducks in the water and trees and stuff. It's very nice. But yeah, let's talk about, I don't know if my mic's picking that up, but there's a very loud duck back there. Let's talk about the future, my future. Now, again, I know people are gonna see this, or see the title of the video and be like, oh no, what does this mean? Does this mean he's given up? Does this mean he's stopping streaming? Does this mean he's stopping content? Nope, no, I'm not. I'm not. It's all staying the same. I'm still streaming as much as I can. And I am gonna eventually come back to YouTube properly once I start making things I'm really, really proud of. Because I think maybe that's a problem, but it's also a blessing in disguise that I'm quite perfectionist on myself, and that I just really want to make the best stuff and the coolest stuff to release. But I think there's a burden with that as well, because sometimes I do some things that I'm really proud of, that I think are really, really cool, but just aren't received as well naturally. So it kind of bums me out a little bit and kind of tires me. So that's why I lose motivation sometimes, really, because sometimes I do some things that I think are really cool, even if it's just subtle things. Sometimes I do things that I think are really cool, but just aren't picked up or received as well. So kind of just, I don't know, I let myself down sometimes. So sometimes, like, I think it's been a learning curve that I should do things that I'm proud of when it's the right time, rather than when I think it is. But yeah, so that's why I'm not doing any live events for a little while, because back in the summer I did about 4 in a row. I did a DJ stream, I did a 50 hour, and then a sleepover stream, and then a can't end stream, all in a row, which took about 2 weeks to finish, all of them. And then I did the awards, which was really, really fun. If you've not watched the awards, I recommend you watch it. It was really fun to make. And I want to shout out to Panda as well, because Panda's been amazing with everything. Thumbnails, posters, graphics, all of the above, bro. The rebrand as well, which I've not actually spoken about on YouTube, but incredible. So shout out to Panda. But yeah, really fun award show. And then I did a 12-hour DJ stream for New Year, which was originally going to be 14 hours, but I realized after standing for that long of a time, I couldn't hack it. So that's okay, I'll take that, that's on me. And again, I just don't think I thought it through very well. Just wasn't as received. It wasn't received as well as I thought it would. And that's okay, that's fine. But it's just stuff I gotta think about. Anyway, the future is looking promising. I am excited, but I'm just gonna be cautious with it, because there's things I want to do, but I'm just gonna wait until it's the right time. So I'm gonna be streaming every day like normal that I can. And I've lost my train of thought. I can hear things. Are there people here? I can hear, I think, people. Are people looking at me? Don't know. But the plan is to stream as much as I can. And I was kind of surprised, because Colo told me that I did 8 or 900, maybe not even 8 or 9, around there though, 8 or 900 hours last year. And I know for a fact I did more the year before, but I want to do at least 1,000 and push for the goal of 1.2 thousand this year. And just keep on a steady pace. I'll do like a 24-hour or something here and there, but I really just want to put the foot down. I really just want to put the foot down, because this is what I call my make or break year. This is what I consider to be the year that I have to make some form of progress, because in the last 2 years, it might sound very harsh, but I don't feel like I've achieved a whole lot long term. Like, I've had short-term successes, like I've pulled off some good events, I've had some cool moments on stream, like we've been gifted a load of subs, like things like that. Those are great. But it doesn't carry over to long term. And by long term, I mean doing something I enjoy and making a living out of it. Because I stream a hell of a lot when you consider the fact that I don't get paid, or I barely get paid anything, correction. I stream a hell of a lot for someone that's not considered full-time, but it's something I want to work up to. This is something I've always wanted. Not something I've always wanted. Something I've always wanted is to entertain. Since I was a kid, I've been entertaining non-stop. I've done dance classes, acting classes. I used to put on shows when I was like 6 years old, and there are videos of that to prove it. But I think I was put here to entertain, and I think this is where I need to be. I think content's my thing, and I just need to figure out where I should be, who I am in all of this, and discover my own way of doing things again. Because I've had ups and downs the past year. I used to have like a mentor when it came to content, but unfortunately things happened. If you know, you know. But so I feel like since then I've been a little lost. I've been on a bit of a downhill, because I've not really had like a conversation with someone that knows what they're doing, if that makes sense. I don't know. So I'm working on mentoring myself and just sitting alone by myself and thinking, what can I do to do something cool that people will like? I mean, that goes for streaming, YouTube, and I also, a lot of people may not know this, but I actually also have another YouTube channel dedicated to music, and, well, not music, DJing primarily, and then some music on the side. And because I DJ, I thought I'd make a YouTube channel dedicated to that, and I do gig logs and some product reviews, and I recently did an album review that did really well. That channel actually does better than all of my stuff combined, I think. But yeah, so if you're interested in that, you can go ahead and check that out. But yeah, I think since this was inspired by Jordan Goats, who made his video dedicated to talking to himself at the end of 2025, I want to say to myself that no matter where you're at, don't take it for granted. Don't take any moment for granted. Find your happiness, because you're happy in some departments, very happy in some. But unfortunately, that doesn't make you happy as a whole. A lot of the time. Because you try very hard. You just want to try. You just want to make people happy. You just want to entertain. And you think that you're a failure. But I'm here to tell you that you're not. By the end of 2025, I'm not going to set any number goals. I'm not going to say hit 100,000 followers. I'm not going to say any of that. By the end of 2025, I want you to make things that you're proud of. I want you to make cool things that you're proud of. And I want you to have a relaxed head, because it's far from that, and it's been that way for a very, very long time. And I want you to just be happy. Just in life, I want you to be happy, comfortable, financially. And I want you, by the end of this year, to have grown the community, made more friends, and entertain more people, make people happier, make people laugh, make people smile, even more than you do now. Because you don't think about it a lot, but you do. But it's because it's just, it happens every day, you kind of don't know it sometimes. But your goal is to make people happy, but more importantly, make yourself happy. Now, just a couple more things before I get out of here, because it's a little cold, it's a little chilly. It's nice though, it's okay. Thanks for watching if you're still here, by the way. I know it's weird, I know a lot of people probably won't watch this, which is fine, I get it, because it's very serious. People don't like serious, people feel uncomfortable about serious. I do. I'm not comfortable right now. This is very uncomfortable for me to do. I'm nervous, I don't like this. But I think this has been a calling for me to do, because I normally make a video at the start of the year being like, oh, here's a recap of the whole year. But no, I wanted to do it differently this time. Although I think the awards show covered pretty well about the whole year, so I don't think I need to go over that again. But yeah, I really wanted to sit down today and talk to you guys face to face with no editing really, and just kind of let it spill out calmly. But yeah, no, I appreciate you for being here if you're watching though. Yeah, I do want to say that my priority is just to improve on myself, make myself a better person, and slow down on some things, because I overwork myself a lot, and it's kind of dangerous, because when I overwork myself, I get burnt out, and that burnout is heavier than the work. And I've fallen victim to myself through that quite a few times. I thought I learned, but I don't. But working on it. We're all a work in progress. But it's easier for some people than others. But I'm leaving it with God to help me, and I know I can get there. It just takes time. When the right time comes, it will come. But yeah, nothing is changing with content at all. I'm still streaming, still high energy, still gonna be an idiot, still gonna scream at games. You know, nothing changes. It's just, this is just a little life update that I wanted to share for those who are interested. But yeah, I hope that doing this will result in big things happening. Big things kind of are happening. Small big things. For example, I'm now a radio host on my local radio station once a month. So that's pretty neat. That's really fun. I've done 2 episodes already. So I've been having a lot of fun with that. So I'm hoping that can spark into something bigger and get me some more opportunities that I've been asking for. There's beauty in the struggle. Can't make it somewhere without struggling first. This is the worst it's going to be. This is the worst life is going to be, and then it's going to get better. So if you're watching this, you think life is hard, just think that's the worst it's going to be, it's only going to get better. If you believe in yourself, you trust in yourself, and if you believe in God, just speak to God. I've started praying to myself a few times. I'm still not very good at it because I've never really done it to myself before. So naturally it's a bit, not uncomfortable, but it's just a bit, it's something you just got to get used to. But yeah, if you believe in God, just bow your head and speak to God sometimes, man. Even if you just got like 30 seconds, just give it a try, see what happens. Won't lose anything. So I've started doing that. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say. I know it's not really a very upbeat video, it's not normal, I'm sorry, I really am, but it's from good heart. And yeah, I just got high hopes for myself. I always have, which is, maybe that's been a problem, but that's just how I've been. Yeah, well, thank you for watching. I'll respond to comments if there are any. Join the Discord as well, we're pretty active in there all the time. So yeah, and come through the streams, will be a lot more positive and entertaining than this, I can guarantee you that. And the DJ channel is great as well, if you're into that side of things. And yeah, I'm gonna head out now. But have a good rest of your day, and yeah, catch you guys soon. Take care.